Welcome back to the Talk Tonight. We have learned that a Las Vegas-based company has put in the winning bid for the ShoppingTown Mall in DeWitt. Moonbeam Capital Investments, LLC. It specializes in buying non-performing properties and redeveloping them. Right now, the ShoppingTown Mall in DeWitt is about 2/3 full. In the last couple of years, it's lost several major retailers, most recently Aeropostale a couple of weeks ago. Now, Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on Moonbeam to work with lawmakers to develop a long-term plan for ShoppingTown's future. But do they have what it takes to turn around ShoppingTown Mall?
Well, we'll see.
Interesting to sort of look at their portfolio. They have a number of investments all over the country.
You know a lot about this company. You've been looking into them, right?
It is interesting. They have shopping centers. They have actual malls. They have hotels. There are all kinds of properties that they own around the country. And it seems like they pick malls specifically and properties just like ShoppingTown that are dying, and they try to revitalize them. Whether or not they're successful at that, though, is really to be determined.
Well, they're successful enough that they've done this for a number of years. They're able to get the money, which in the borrowing the money is the key to their success, obviously. There's enough confidence in lenders to say, you know, keep trying at this. But as you look at the properties they've bought, there's one in Chicago, there's one in Orlando in the last year or so. It's very difficult to see what have they actually done. They've put a new coat of paint on them, so to speak, but there haven't been major rehauls and renovations, at least to those ones in the last 8 to 10 months. So how long would this take? You know, and just the nature of the name of the company says to me that you know, investment company, that they want to find out how they can do enough to it so 2 years later they can sell it for 30 or 40 million, instead, you know, going back to its old value.
Because
I don't know. I guess maybe because we live here, we know that the too good to be true is too good to be true. And I'm skeptical going in of whether they will be here in a couple of years and whether they're going to do a big rehaul like we would all like to see of ShoppingTown.
I think you're right to be skeptical. I think what it sounds like from what we know about this company is that they specialize in, I mean, if it were a house, this is a flip. They are flippers, really. And we've even, I read the release that Senator Chuck Schumer, who's sort of been the point person on this, particularly with the old company that was operating, it's saying, be transparent with us. He's continuing that message with these folks. So that leads me to believe that there's some healthy skepticism on the part of the senator's office. Like, okay, the mall is purchased by this company, but come on, folks, work with us. Be transparent with the town of DeWitt. Bring the local officials in on what your plan is for this
And
place.
interestingly enough, I spoke with the senator's office today to find out, you know, where does their optimism come from? And they point to a location in Spring, Texas, a Spectrum Plaza. They say that they took this struggling mall just outside of Houston from 30% occupancy in August of 2011 to 85% occupancy 7 months later. So they look at that as a real opportunity for ShoppingTown as well. They're hoping that they can do something similar here.
I'm just counting on my fingers, so that would take us into March or so of next year. 85% in ShoppingTown.
I don't know. ShoppingTown needs to look different. It needs to feel different.
Isn't it a terrible commentary that the senator of the United States senator has to be involved in ShoppingTown or you know, in mall negotiations or getting information? That's something that's gone terribly wrong with this whole situation.
I couldn't believe it happened in the first place. That first news conference that he held, what was it? Was it earlier in the summer or was it during the spring where he stood outside there with some officials from Onondaga County and basically begged the operator of the mall to
I hope it works.
Forward?
I really hope it works. I think that'd be great. You know,
the head of this company quickly had issued a release on a different mall that he had developed a couple of months ago, saying that he was able to buy a number of these assets at relatively good prices, which I think if you look at ShoppingTown, it seems to be a steal. So hopefully he can put that to good use and do something with it.
Yeah, a Talk Tonight continues tomorrow night, not tonight. We're done for tonight. We have so many things to say. We've gone a little long. You can post your comments on our Facebook page anytime. Also follow us on Twitter, #TheTalkCNY.